right, let's get this going. Hey, it's Grampz here. We are now back officially from our Christmas outing with the family, and I want to get back to this Christmas on 18 Wheels mode that was released like the day that I was leaving. So just so that you know, I'll give you some tips along the way, and we'll talk through it. But the first time you enter Christmas on 18 Wheels, if you have I'm sitting here stuttering. If you have previously finished like the story mode for the first one, it's going to load in your truck, which in that case was a Halloween skin, and then you'd end up playing the whole Christmas mission with your truck, your cab being, in my case, Halloween skin. But if you load into it, back out and load back in, you will have the Christmas skin, which you'll see now as we load in. And if for some reason it doesn't, I'll back out and come back in and show you. But it should be active. We should be going in and seeing the Christmas skin. And as we play this today, and if you're watching it later on YouTube, if I get it uploaded there, then I will also share some tips with you guys along the way. I hope you all had a Merry Christmas. All right, there we are. And we are Santa Trucker. All right, auto saving is disabled, so you have to complete this all in one go, and it's about an hour long.
Christmas magic to a bunch of good kids?
Yes, we are.
Okay, enough with the jokes.
Let's turn the lights on.
Presents and make some kids happy. The first stop is a kindergarten at Forestville. Around 100 children are waiting for their special delivery. The address is loaded in your GPS. You've got their director's phone if needed. Let's hope the traffic will be normal, and you'll arrive just in time for the Christmas party.
Well, I hope there'll be a Snow White at least half as beautiful and caring as you.
You are irreparable.
Admit. That's why I'm your favorite trucker. Pardon, Santa Claus.
Gotta go.
Bye, Whitey.
Hey, there we go, and it showed up. Hey there, Emma Jane. How are you doing? I am doing well. I hope you had a great Christmas. I'm finally getting back around to playing this Christmas DLC that they unlocked for us. So one thing about this as we get going, I'll just show you. I typically play this mode in this third-person mode, mainly because you get to see the whole Christmas, truck, which is nice. And you can see that here I'm Santa Claus if you look in real close on the side. But if you go into the interior mode, they did not decorate any of this with any Christmas thing. I would have thought that, I know they did a great job and all that, but so I play it from this third person mode just so I can see the Christmas stuff. I play this game here, Truck Driver, the American Dream. I played World of Tanks console, and I play a little bit of Dead by Daylight. That's the main ones. I play a few different simulators. I used to play Farming Simulator, and I played, I think, 15, 17, and 19. I have 22 now, but I haven't played it yet. But I got this game back in September, October, and it's one of those chill games for me, if you will. Instead of being in a competitive game, I can just sit back and relax, and hopefully, talk with people and meet people a lot. I'm hoping maybe at some point, that they will make this like a multiplayer. Here's the stuff about the game that aggravates me, like why are they not going? Alright, I was going to move. See what they're going to do. These are some of the issues with this game. Let me catch up on chat real quick. How many years have I been playing games? Since I was about 10, 11, or 12 years old, so about 50 something years, and on the original Atari when it first came out. One of the things that I typically do is I typically run these lights. Especially in this particular game mode, you're not going to earn really any money. You're just delivering presents for Santa. So there's no repercussions for it, and I like to get on with the game. I don't really play simulators to be accurate, if you will. I play them for the fun of the game. Oh, you followed me on Twitter. Yeah, I'll check you out. Thank you. How long have you been playing games, and what games do you play? All right, a lot of this right here is just going to be driving. This first one is a pretty short mission, if you will, just delivering the Christmas presents to the kindergarten class in Farmerville. One thing I noticed, I have played this previously earlier today just so I can have a little bit of idea what's happening in the game for you guys as we're doing this. And at one point I actually ended up driving on the other side of the road on a big wide divided highway part of. Maybe I'll tell you about it when we get there. And it was easier to drive because there was less traffic. The AI wouldn't get in your way. The AI still needs a lot of work. They probably should program the AI so that it avoids you on purpose, and it doesn't. They don't avoid it or each other. You'll probably see during this stream that they wreck quite a bit, or they'll clog things up and cause a lot of traffic. Gotcha. I will certainly do that. So if we go into the map mode, you can see we're right here. This is about as far as you can zoom in. You can go all the way out. You can zoom in. And for this first one, we're just going to here, so it's not very long at all. One of the things that I don't know yet, so this is supposed to be the state of New York. It's definitely not the whole state. I want to see if it's accurate, and I'm not quite sure how to do that. I know that I've checked out certain areas in like Arcade, and they actually are in the state of New York, but is this an accurate map? I hope so. Oh, the other thing too, they have added cruise control in the game, but it's not as straightforward. So if you use your square, you can turn on your lights. So turn on brights, and then turn it off, as you can see there. But you get cruise control, it's also square, but it's not as straightforward as you think. I'm going to wait till we get up the hill here so that we're going down, and of course I can't drive right now, but as you're going along and you're just holding on the PlayStation, it's the R2 for accelerate. You can see I'm at 64. It says hold square, but if you hold square, it won't do anything. You actually have to let off the R2 and then hold square, and now you should see down in the bottom right next to park in my little map display there that the cruise control went green. If not, I've already highlighted it on YouTube with a little marker there, so you guys know exactly what I'm talking about. But it only does it after you have to actually release off the accelerate and hit square and hold it for like a second or so, and then it'll kick in. But then you don't have to constantly hold R2. However, you will end up coming up on some of these people here, and you don't necessarily want to wreck like I just did, but hey, like I said, we're in a hurry to help Santa, so please excuse that. I didn't mean to ruin somebody's Christmas there. Sorry. But typically when I play this game, I play it to drive. I almost wish there was a way that we could drive the routes. Yeah, I was fined $200, but that's okay because I'm not making any money in this mode. I wish there was a way that we could just drive it maybe without the AI, or they just really have to improve the AI. I wouldn't mind sitting there stopping, but a lot of times, and I don't know if you'll see it in this one, I've showed you in previous ones, the AI will just sit at an intersection, not even an intersection with a light. And you either have to go around it or sit there and just wait forever until it decides to go. All right, let's see how far we are away. Oh, I don't have my cruise control on right now. All right, let's put cruise control back on. It's because I ran over that car. All right, we're getting close. We're almost there. I haven't quite decided if for YouTube, if I'm going to do it all as one big long play or if I'm going to break them up. There's 3 different basically sections or missions. This is the first one. Getting the stuff to the kindergarten. There's also one where we have to take toys to a toy store and then finally deliver a Christmas tree to an elderly person or elderly people's. Let's see what this guy's going to do. All right, so again, this is a red light. At least I'm not damaging any cars this time. Oh, it just turned green, so I won't get the violation. And I bypassed all those cars because they're going to hesitate before they decide that they're going to go. Here, I would hope that this would turn green, but it's not right now. I'm just going to layer on by it because I want to make this video as short as possible, but still let you guys see. And then you guys let me know if you've played it, how you've played it, and so forth. All right, so now we're just going to go up here and we're going to stop. And at 100%, shut off the engine, put on our parking brake, and detach. All right, now we're going to head to the next mission, which is going to be to go to Cotel Toys near Georgetown. We should be getting a phone call pretty soon. There we go.
How is the delivery, Santa?
Everything went okay. And that's what I call a party.
Yeah? Tell me more.
Well, I'm parking the truck at the back door of the kindergarten, put my Santa hat and beard on, and blow the horn. The next minute, all the kids are at the window screaming, "Santa Claus is here! Santa Claus is here!"
Wow, you must have felt like a rock star.
Except for the fact that my fans were underaged.
Mm-hmm. And then what? Did you join the party?
Actually, I did. After I helped unload all the boxes with the presents, I went to the kindergarten for a hot chocolate.
Everybody loves hot chocolate.
And Santa Claus. Ho ho. Okay, what's my next stop?
Go to Cotel Toys near Georgetown to get the load. And after that, deliver the toys to the foster care center in Washington.
I'm on it. Anything else?
Just one more thing. Don't answer me if you don't want to.
What is it?
Do you miss being with your family on Christmas?
Yeah, sure. But that's the trucker's life. Plus, we're used to. It was harder when my kids were younger. Now they have more important plans than being with their old man.
How old are your kids?
My daughter Nicole is 17, and my son Joshua is 21.
And what about your wife?
I'm making it up to her by taking her for a spa day on my next day off.
Spa? Wow, fancy.
I prefer spending my day off with the beer on the couch watching soccer, but a happily married man should make some compromises. What about you?
Actually, it's my first Christmas away from my family. Plus, my boyfriend is also working.
What does he do?
He's a doctor.
It's a noble job.
And so is ours. So let's get these donations delivered. If you need anything, call me.
Bye, Dispatcher Snow White.
All right, got it back on cruise control. A couple things you can notice if you've seen the lights. When the lights turn from red, they go red, yellow, green, which is, you can tell that this is made by a company over in Europe, because in ours it goes immediately from red to green, then goes green, yellow, red when it's shut off. Plus, mentioning soccer, when, you know, in America we would really be watching American football. I mean, we watch soccer too, or watch European football, but I mean, I like both, but typically a American video game would reference the NFL football. All right, see, here's what are we doing? That's what I was talking about, AI. Hey, he's coming up. Let's make him get off of cruise control and get going. So now we're going to get these toys and we're going to deliver it to an orphanage this time. So supposedly this entire run is it's supposed to take about an hour. However, in playing the last mission earlier, I think it can be shorter, significantly shorter. I think they take us way out of the way to make the last mission longer, and I don't believe it's necessary, but we'll see when we get there if I'm right or not. Anyway. Let's see if I can weave in between them. See, now that time he kind of tried to avoid me. And I did notice earlier when I was playing, if I can get up ahead enough of this guy and veer over, at least when I was coming from the other side, it seemed that they would kind of give way to me, but majority of the time they seem to try to do otherwise. Let's go into the cab real quick, just again to look at that view for those of you. So this is what it looks like from the cab. I just wish it was more like, I would have thought that they would put like Christmas lights or something inside. Alright, so there, see, I was able to kind of move on over. Let's see what this person's doing. Whoa, I'm supposed to go this way too. I almost forgot. Now it did blink a little bit there. We're going to go up and we're going to take a left turn. This is where it could get challenging because if you're in the right lane, you're typically supposed to make a right turn. And they don't follow that same thing here. You'll see a lot of times one's in the left lane making right turns and right lanes making left turns. Alright, we're just going straight ahead. See, this is, again, a case in point to where the AI is just jamming things up, and I'm just going to go on by. This nice winter storm, if you want to call it that. I don't know why we slow up so much down here. Again, I'm going to ignore red lights for this particular video, so don't get mad at me. Just let me know what you guys do. How do you play the game? Let's go around him. What is your preference? Have you played this Christmas version? I imagine if you have the game, you have already. I believe you can't play it until you finish the first story mode, if I recall what they shared correctly. So maybe you just got it for Christmas and you're still playing in the original story mode, which takes a lot more time than this does. It probably took, I don't know, 7 to 8 hours of gameplay time. I played it over a month's period of time on different nights. I didn't play every night. I would usually play one mission, maybe two, and that's how I kind of did it. All right, let's see how much further we got to go. Oh, wow. We're only right here. Oh, okay, so we came from here. We went up here, and then, so we're about halfway. So like I said, the first one's really short, but then the rest of them get progressively longer. The main thing, and I'll just stop and show again real quick. You can look, was this the fastest route? Could we have potentially gone this way instead and gone up here? It looks to be about the same distance. I don't know that it would have saved any more time, but I will show you what I think on the last route. And I believe we'll give it a try and see what happens. All right, I'm going to try to blow through here. Again, see, they're just going to sit there and be delayed. Surprised they didn't have an accident right there. I guarantee you, during this particular one, there will be, at some point we come up here, there will be an accident with the AI. If there's not, it would be amazing, because I don't think I've ever played the game when there wasn't. Usually it's at the point where we go from a regular road like this into the divided highway, because then they have to kind of taper down, and I guess they don't know how to get into that single line. Personally, I don't know why they put it as a single, like both lanes have to come down to one lane to get into it, and then it expands back out into 2 lanes again, or 3 lanes actually, I think it seems like. All right. We're climbing a steep hill, so we're going to be slowing down. We are almost there. You driving like me. You must have had a few little bit there before you joined us. All right, so we want to go right. See what's going to happen. Let's see if it's going to let me go right. All right, I got around 2 of them. Now, I haven't seen it here yet, but they did decorate at least one other type of truck. So this is one of the intersections where I'm telling you about. There's usually like an accident or something. Like one car will block up everything, and then there'll be a wreck. But there is another truck. I think it was a dump truck earlier that also looked Christmassy, but it was green and but had the same kind of design in the game. And of course, they do have the winter atmosphere. This is a story mode, so it's a story mode by itself. It also, they've released free roam mode now, so you can play it over and over again. Where basically for about it was over a month, I couldn't even play the game, because if I did it, I would only start story mode again. And it would say you would lose your progress, which you would, but I thought the progress was going to build on each other, but it looks like every time you start, it's going to be a new story mode, and you're starting from scratch. So the only way where you may be able to build progress will be in free roam mode. I'm not 100% sure, but that's what it seems like to me. They will have another story mode that's supposed to be releasing in February with a female trucker. So, look at this. What are you doing? Stupid AI. It's about as stupid as the other people. That's why I work remotely from home now, so I don't have to put up with traffic. That was one of the best things in working from home, is not having to fight traffic. I hate traffic with a passion, which is why I also would rather be driving out here with nobody on the road. But that's not part of the game, right? I did, when I was coming back from the holidays, I did take back roads. My wife and I, we took back roads back, and it was, I think Google said it was only 10 minutes longer than taking the interstate, just because the way you would have had to gone to take the interstate, you would have actually gone out of your way and come back. It was so relaxing. I mean, obviously rest stops and stuff weren't really a thing, but it was I really enjoyed it. It was some of the back roads in Georgia and Alabama. It was great. It was I actually enjoyed it. All right, here's another case where why are we stopped, and then why are you in the left lane going to take a right instead of being in the right lane? Fortunately, I was actually able to weave right there and get around them without any issue. I will try to not cause any more accidents today in the game, that is. Well, in real life either, because I'm not going anywhere. Alright, we are almost here. We're going to pick up these toys and then take them to the orphanage. Now, this is where I finished the first mission, or I finished it right before the holidays. This is where it was glitched. See, this is what I'm talking about with the AI. First off, he's in a right lane making a left, and then he just pulls out and stops. Alright, so this is where it glitched. It is working. I did verify that it was working. Also, if you notice down the bottom left, I have 99 gallons of gas. That's what I started off with. You never have to worry about filling up gas. You don't have to worry about money or tickets or damage because it's just a single story mode, and it's not even savable. So it's not something like you can save this particular one. You have to play it all the way through in one sitting. Alright, here we go. Now we're going to deliver it to the foster care in Washington. And here's our incoming phone call. Let's take it.
Hello again, Snow White.
Hi, Santa. What's up? Is everything okay?
Everything's fine. I assume you're getting bored alone in the office, so I'm calling to tell you a joke.
A joke? Okay, shoot me.
Do you know how much Santa's sleigh costs?
No. How much?
Nothing. It was on the house.
Ha ha ha. Very funny.
Dad jokes.
See, I knew a good Santa joke would cheer you up.
Or granddad
Thanks
jokes.
for the effort. Santa's sleigh might be on the house, but your truck isn't, so be careful. It's snowing and it's getting dark.
I appreciate you being so mindful, but I got this. Don't forget I have 34 years of experience behind the wheel. Perhaps you weren't even born when I started this job.
I didn't mean to offend you,
I'm just messing with you. I'm not mad. Relax.
Oh, you are a funny man, Santa.
Do you want another joke? The last one, I promise.
Okay.
Why is Santa so good at karate?
Is he?
Come on, you're ruining it.
Okay, sorry. Why?
Because he has a black belt.
That's a good one.
See? I told you I'm funny.
You are. Bye.
Bye, Whitey.
Alright, let's get these toys delivered. So, we're here now, and we have to go to here. So it doesn't look like it's too long. Just to give you a little bit of perspective on, it was actually, I think, longer to pick up the toys. Okay, I was wondering if they were going to, like, cut me off there. Oh, ran a red light. By the way, if you accidentally go too far across the red light line, and then you back up, and then you accidentally go across again, like it's really sensitive, it will actually give you the ticket for running the red light twice. So, just an FYI. Alright. Got to go over here, get on the main stretch, and then we'll be delivering these toys. Alright. Let's see what the AI is going to do to me again. See. I'm going to wait on the AI this time. Come on. I guess I'm not going to wait on the AI. Don't judge my driving. It's Christmas. I'm in a hurry to deliver toys for Santa. All right, let's put it back in cruise. And okay, we still got a ways to go. All right, I guess at this point, at least for YouTube, I could potentially speed it up a little bit, depending on what happens. But other than that, while we're sitting here, why don't you guys tell me a little bit about your holidays? And even if you're on YouTube, tell me a little bit about your holidays. What did you do? Did you get what you wanted? Did you get Truck Driver of the American Dream? So I think they still have obviously work to do on it, but I'm a little bit more optimistic now because at least I can play the game. I don't want to necessarily play this one over and over again, but I have started free roam mode. And this is that divided highway part I was talking about where they're on the other side. And it looks like it actually has three lanes. So I typically stay in this right lane for the most part because it's always open, or what I'm calling the right lane. And been pretty successful with it. But back there when we got on, that's where you would have potentially seen an accident with the AI. Also up ahead here, I believe there's another area where it kind of goes in and out, like here. Why are we stopped? Is that supposed to be mimicking someone that got stuck in a snowstorm? I don't know. Maybe. They did do a pretty good job on this. I'm assuming mimicking the Coca-Cola truck, but without having Coca-Cola on it, so they don't have to pay any royalties. I'm just happy to have something Christmassy. To be honest with you, it was nice. Um, I wish it would have gotten here before I went to on my Christmas vacation. Yeah, I think it released like 2 days before. The first day was the one that I originally posted that was kind of glitchy, and you couldn't continue the mission. And there, look right there. There's some screen issues there, or flashes in and out. But either way, I'm happy that they did it. I'm happy there's free roam mode. Um, I just wish the AI was a little bit better. Because like right here, I'm not going to wait for them. I'm just going to go push them out of the way if they don't move. And for whatever reason, I am only able to go 8 or 9 miles an hour right now. Is that really that steep of a thing? Is it because it's simulating snow? I don't know. But we are almost here to deliver some toys. We got a red light to run here if it doesn't turn by the time we get there. See, it goes from red to yellow. Once it's yellow, you can actually go through it, but I must have got through it right before it turned yellow. Like literally, you can see like usually a little crosswalk or something. And the minute you hit the crosswalk is when it says you've run the red light, not actually when you've gone through it. All right. Here's another situation where the AI is just fogging up traffic. I'm gonna just go around them. I'm assuming eventually they'll get it sorted out. At least it didn't block me. So that was nice. Look at all this traffic. Oh, another thing too that I saw a screenshot posted by the developers where they were talking um, about Niagara particles, which I'm assuming they're meaning Niagara Falls. Um, so if you're from the area or if you know a lot about um, New York, where is Niagara Falls at? Is it up in here? Is it really even on this map? That's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to determine how accurate this map is because I would expect it to be accurate. So if you know that, let me know down in the comments below or share a video. If you do a video on it and you want, I'll share it as well. I'd like to find out how accurate it is. I mean, I don't expect it to be perfect because it's a video game, right? So it's like scaled, but I would expect it to, like, I think I looked at Fleetwood, and from what I could see is Fleetwood's actually in Pennsylvania. It's not part of New York, even though I know that Pennsylvania and New York are close by each other. All right, so this is the delivering the toys to the foster care, or I believe it's to the orphanage, isn't it? And then we'll be on our final way. All right. There we go. Now we need to go to the lumber factory in Fleetwood. So let's turn this on and let's start the call.
Okay, Snow White, the parcel is delivered. I met so many kids today that I'm starting to believe in Christmas again.
Oh, the big old grumpy man is getting soft.
Kind of. What's next?
I've got one last order for you and you're free to go home.
Okay, where am I heading to?
First, you go to a lumber factory near Fleetwood Town to get a Christmas tree. Then deliver it to the retirement home in Jamietown.
Oh, isn't it a bit last minute?
Yeah, the contractor they usually work with was busy and couldn't make the delivery, so they called me today. And I thought, you know, our Santa Claus will save Christmas for these sweet elderly people.
Sure, I will. Just give me the address and
It's already loaded in your GPS.
Already in the GPS. All right, so this one here, now it has us going to here to pick up the toys. Oh, it has us going from here to here to pick up the toys. And then it's when we get to here and we're going to deliver it back. I believe it sends us all up like this way, but we'll see when we get there. All right. Let's go. Let's not the toys, the tree. We're going to pick up a Christmas tree. And I did have a really cool idea for the Christmas tree part of it. I'll tell you what. I'll explain it when we get there. Or if you want to, if you don't want to wait that long, you can fast forward it to it, I guess. But I think it'll make more sense once we get there to explain it than to try to explain it now and show you later. I mean, it's really simple. It's not a big deal, but I thought it might have been a nice addition, or maybe the developers will see it and maybe they'll do something with it for next year. they can adjust the mission and add this part in because they'll have a whole year to develop it. Like they're going to listen to one person on Twitch or YouTube. I don't know, they might. You never know. Anyway, we can just enjoy the scenery. At least it's not a whiteout. Which, by the way, it was kind of warm for us on Christmas Day, and now we're just a few days later, and it's freezing. So, go figure. And I'm not talking about in the video game, I'm talking about in real life. Alright, let's see if we can get back on cruise control. Just so that we don't have to hold the thing down the whole time with our fingers. Plus, I don't know, I mean, I think that saves a little bit on controller life by not holding your R2 button on your controller on the PlayStation. I guess it's R2. I don't know what it is on Xbox. I'm assuming it's R2 as well, or maybe it's just, I don't know. I know that the bumper, the right bumper, it's RB on Xbox, and it's R1 on PlayStation. Sorry, I was pausing there for a minute because I've had Xbox and PlayStations before. And again, yes, I know I got a fine. I am ignoring the lights because we're trying to get and save Christmas for this senior citizens home. They need a Christmas tree. Somebody didn't get it to them in time. Why would they be doing it on Christmas Eve? So, but actually, my father told me when I was young that their tradition in their family was they would always go get their Christmas tree on Christmas Eve, and that's when they would decorate it. And that's back in the day when they would go out and you'd have to actually go out and cut down a tree and bring it back and decorate it, and that was part of their Christmas tradition. It didn't hold over for us. We used to always get it. We used to always put our Christmas tree up the weekend after Thanksgiving, and we would take it down the weekend after New Year's. That's what we did when I was a kid. So what do you guys do? What is your tradition with Christmas trees and Christmas and stuff like that? Let me know. All right. See if we can pass them in. It's a horse. So this is another thing, if you're playing the game, a lot of times even on roads like this, you have just enough room on this right side to pass these cars. Now sometimes if it's coming to a stop like this, it could get a little bit rough. But typically you can get by them. Is it making me run into something here? Like the bus? Oh, this guy here. Really? Alright. Makes it sound like I had a mighty accident there. I know. Not the best. But here's another thing too. A lot of times after you turn or you hit something like that, those cars will just disappear. So I'm surprised that car is just still going. A lot of times after an accident in the game, cars just magically disappear. Alright, how much further we got to go here? Okay, we're going this way. I got to keep on reminding myself that. Should I cut out these parts where I'm where I'm wrecking, or do you want to see how bad a driver I am? Yeah. Maybe it'll make you feel better about your driving in a video game. Again, look at this traffic. Now they're going to speed up because I'm here, and eventually, at some point, they'll slow down again. I'm not very patient when it comes to video games. That's why I typically like fast-paced action games that you can play a game and be done in 5 or 10 minutes and then be on to the next game. Well, I used to like Call of Duty and SOCOM and all those. All right, we are going. He wasn't sure what he was going to do. I was trying to make him decide. Actually, I was trying to make him wreck. Not really. But I was expecting it. See? Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. AI at its finest. Look, it did it again. All right, let's keep going before I wreck trying to watch them. Had family come in, want to shut that door real quick. All right, so we're going straight in there. All right. So this here, we're going to run a red light. Oh, it's not going to be a run a red light because see, it turned yellow, which is totally counterintuitive for people in the U.S. All right, we're going to try to see if, what's the quickest speed run we can make here. Look at this long traffic. All right. So this is where I was saying that typically, usually you have a little place on the side here you can go. I'm going to see if I can utilize this. Oh. Not sure what I hit there. I'm going to make this guy wreck. Oh. Guess I ran a red light. All right, here we are. Because we're trying to do the speed run. Yes, we're doing a Santa's delivery speed run. That's what we're going to call it. That's what we're going to call it. All right. There is our last trailer. So this is where I was trying to tell you guys. So this is supposed to be where we're going to deliver a Christmas tree. What would have been really cool is if for this last one, instead of having the standard trailer, if it would have been like maybe a flatbed with a big light up Christmas tree that we would be hauling. Like when you look at the side there of the truck, see that Christmas tree? If it would have been something like that that we would be hauling instead of just a standard truck. But I mean, it is what it is. I appreciate what they done. That's just maybe a suggestion. I don't even know if it's possible. But that would have been really cool if you were like carrying this big old huge like, you know, one they would put up in like New York Plaza or something before we go. So let's do this here before we continue on. Let's look at our map. You know what? I guess when I did it the other day, maybe I did it wrong because somehow I ended up having to go up here, go up here. So apparently I just didn't follow instructions. So it wants me to go right or left. Looks like I'm going right. All right, so looks like we're going straight here. So let's go ahead and do this because these people don't know where they want to go. I guess we'll see how it turns out. It's supposed to be a hour long, approximately hour long is what they told me to complete this mission or this complete story. I mean, we have paused a little bit here and there and looked at things, so we're going to go up here and take a left. Oh, incoming phone call.
I didn't want to waste precious time. You know, I remembered one time when I was a kid, my father was very busy. He was a doctor too, so he didn't have time to go to get a Christmas tree. I was so disappointed. I thought Santa wouldn't come to our home unless we had a big shiny tree.
What are
But on
you guys
Christmas
doing?
morning, I woke up and this big, beautiful tree was in our living room with all those presents under it. I don't know when or how my father managed to bring it home, but this was my Christmas miracle. Anyway, I decided we could bring a tree to these people as well.
You're one sweet and caring Snow White.
Don't make fun of me.
I'm not. I really mean it.
Well, you're not a bad Santa Claus either.
I think we make a good team.
For sure. Except for your bad jokes.
Don't mess with the old man, kid. Anyway, I'm happy I spent my Christmas with you. Almost as happy as if I was spending it with the beer and chicken wings on the couch.
You're irreclaimable.
Always. Merry Christmas, Whitey.
Merry Christmas, Santa Claus on 18 wheels.
Santa Claus on 18 wheels. Irreclaimable? I don't think I've ever heard that before. That's a new one. All right. This is how much further we got to go. I mean, this is the longest part of it, but the last part of it, so rightfully so. Getting dark out. Look, we still have, oh, well, we have 95 gallons of gas now. So somehow we traveled all this and magically only used like 3 gallons of gas, or maybe 4, whatever it is. I don't know if that's 95 or 96. I can't really tell by the font they're using. Looks like 95 right there. Alright, I'm all over the place because I'm trying to look down, look around. Going to make a right. See what they're going to do. What are they going to do? What are they going to do? What are they going to do? Alright. I want to make a right. That was one time where I guess they didn't stop. I think they're almost programmed just to get in your way. Like if you pull it behind them, they'll stop, get in your way. If you try to go around them, they'll try to get in your way. I don't know. I almost feel that's the way it is. Look, they got a little postage box down there. Little post office box. We haven't had those. Well, I guess we still have those. I don't ever see them. Why there's one out in the middle of nowhere though. is beyond me. That is one of the bad parts about being in third person view is it to me it's easier to drive if you're in first person view. You're in here. You just don't get to see the sights as well. And again, like I said, it's not as Christmassy in this view for this particular game mode. But I guess from my old days of just playing different types of games, I tend to like to drive in third person view. Plus, the map is smaller here. I like having that map down a little bit bigger that I can see where we're going, as long as I don't run into anybody. Alright. So that's one of the parts of, you know, like this game is when you're on the longer missions, you can just kind of sit back and chill. Go like this, let it go. Be careful that you don't get too chill where you're fixing to run into something. See if we can catch up to the pack here. We got a left turn coming up, right up ahead. Let's see if we can. Alright, so this is a spot right here. This is one of the spots I'm telling you about. Is like, because it narrows down here, that's where you see a lot of the AI get into accidents, or they just block it totally so you can't move forward. That particular case, it looked like I got lucky and was able to skip by them. But I was also able to then drive on that other side of the road there. I'm going to get in an accident myself, but on the other side there, where as you go along, if you just kind of watch, it's like very little traffic going on over there, and you can typically stay in the far left lane and just avoid them all. They usually, it's almost like they have 3 lanes here, like as well. You just stay in that far outside one, and typically you don't run into any problems. All right, let's see if I can get a hold of this truck again and just get back on the road and get going. All right, let's put it back in cruise control. Not too bad. All right, so see, here again. All right, see how they were just kind of stopped there, and now they're stopping there. I'm gonna just go around them. That's kind of the things that you deal with the AI in this particular game so far. Sometimes it's worse than others in blocking you. Like I said, typically I just want to drive. I'm not looking for this to be a real life simulator. I want it to be a distraction from the real life simulator. Not. Although I could see how others might want it to be as real as possible. As real as a video game can be, right? Alright, how close are we? Ooh, getting there. Yes, we have come a long ways now. Got maybe 20% left, 25% left to go. Next one will be a right turn. Gotta be careful that I don't run into that side rail. That much more to go. Wonder how we're doing on time. Look at that. What are you doing? Wonder if that was them animating that they were spinning out in the snow, or it was just bad AI again. I'm gonna assume it's bad AI because they've been doing things like that since the game's been released. All right, almost there. And we'll see the ending. We are going to go to the right here. Take a little shortcut because the AI doesn't know what they want to do. See if this guy spins out. All right, we are in the home stretch. So again, I tend to try to stay in this outer lane area, if you will, just so I can get around them if they get into a traffic jam. Almost there. Going back to our main hometown where everything started. Jamietown. See? Doesn't that look like a 3-lane road? Because we got the far left, the middle, and then the far right. But I think it's only supposed to be designed to be 2 lanes. I'm just making it 3 lanes. It's wide enough. Alright. This is our exit. We gotta make a left, and then we deliver this Christmas tree to our friends at the retirement home to make their Christmas a little bit brighter, and to finish our day as a Santa helper. And we're almost there. Almost there. Hey, and we actually got a green light for a change. What's this AI going to do? It's going to get in the middle of the thing and stop? No, it's going to get out of the way. This is fascinating though. Why are they putting this on the other side of the road? And there's no little thing lit up for us here. Oh, you know, I finished this just fine. And then this last little part just wants to make it. All right, there, 100%. Shut it off. We're done. We're done. We finished it. So this is the ending here. One of the things that I did know, this is also the same thing it said at the end of the regular mission. On average, small business truckers can travel between 115,000 to 125,000 miles annually, spending this much time away from their things. I understand that. I have family members who drive trucks for a living. I wish they could have maybe had a little bit more. At least there is some Christmas holidays-ish music in the back, and they are wishing us a Merry Trucking Christmas here. But anyway, thanks for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know what you guys think about Truck Driver the American Dream and this mission. Until next time, we'll see you later.